What's going on, guys? Master of all things here. Today, as you probably seen from the live stream from Dana White yesterday from Baldy, we got 205 announcement for UFC Fight Night at Seattle. Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer and Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber. Now, before I even start talking about the fight, talking about who wins, how, if if one of them gets to win, I want to go on a I'm gonna go on a rant. I'm gonna go on a rant for the beginning. You're probably asking why the fuck am I on Bing on UFC, but for some reason Firefox doesn't UFC won't let me go in. But he goes on a live stream. They announced that he's gonna go on a live stream. 12 o'clock. I think even earlier. I think 11. And then it takes nearly 12 hours after that announcement. Maybe I'll joke. Like 7 hours after announcement. And then you would assume it's a fight night. It's a fight night, and then maybe a UFC paper card. But with the fight night, at least they're gonna announce the whole main card, or a fight night that's close to coming up.
Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Adesanya, former two-time middleweight champ, 16 of his 24 wins by knockout, and Joe Pyfer is on a 3-fight win streak. And since winning the Contender Series, all but one of his wins have come by finish.
Okay. Notice, did you see any of the whole time? Look at his fucking face. He is not happy. Look at this. Not one smile in this shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut that out. There's not one smile throughout this whole fucking video of him announcing the fights. He honestly does not care anymore. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think we can UFC live stream Instagram announcements are it anymore. This is 1 minute of a main event not pay-per-view, but just a main event that he made us wait hours for. I'm sorry. This is not announcement worthy or like Instagram. That whole time he didn't smile, by the way. That whole time he did, like, you could go through the live stream. It's on this channel. He does not sound excited. Like, he just doesn't has any enthusiasm. He had no enthusiasm the whole time. And then it just makes me mad because what's the point of doing a live stream of shouting out these UFC fighters that you're promoting? The promoter, by the way, this is the promoter of the company, the front man. He's the one that's telling people to go buy Paramount to watch these fights. And there's no excitement. There's no enthusiasm. Like, it's like that guy. There's no passion. There's no rhythm. That's Dana White right now in 2025, 2026. Especially when it was Tom Aspinall trying to get John Jones. He was the worst that year. It was actually terrible. I think it was probably the worst time to be a UFC fan, trying to get that fight made, because he just wasn't trying to do it. But it's honestly been ridiculous these past couple of months of him announcing fights and then just sounding not enthusiastic the whole time at all. I'm sorry, but we need better promotion from a more than, I think, pretty billion-dollar, hundreds of $1 million company. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know if it's too much to ask for a little bit more promotion for these fighters. You just got the new Paramount Plus deal, and the first thing you do is make a shitty ass Instagram live stream with no enthusiasm. I'm sorry, that's not gonna cut it anymore. We need more. It's not even that I'm asking for too much. I'm just asking for like a little bit. I just thought of this today to make it more exciting, and I was just thinking, why don't they announce on their Instagram, hey, around this time we're gonna release a video about a fight night announcement, and then they like have a live stream of it. They premiere like this upcoming, and then around 7 or whatever, they release it, and they do what they normally do against like when they the day of the fight when they actually do promote it, like that type of editing, that type of promotion, but like obviously when it's in when you're actually announcing it, when it's the best time to announce it, I feel like that's a better way because clearly Dana White doesn't care anymore. Clearly, you could tell from his face, from his voice, that he just does not care about. He just doesn't care about announcing fights anymore for some reason. I feel like nowadays he cares less. He barely does anything. I feel like he's just a face, but behind the scenes, I feel like he's just like useless at this point. I feel like at this point he needs to step it up. I'm sorry, as the promoter of a I think pretty sure $1 billion company or almost $1 billion company, you got to do better. I'm sorry. Like these Instagram lives aren't cutting it just for less than a minute too. I'm sorry. He spent more time promoting his Zoo Foot, the boxing fucking league, instead of the actual fight night. Like we're here to watch an announcement. Why am I listening to the boxing why am I watching you promote boxing more than the actual fight? All he doesn't care about these fighters anymore. I'm sorry. Like he obviously he views them as money, but he just doesn't view them as an actual human anymore. I feel like that might be a hot that might be it might not even be a hot take. I think people are starting to realize that he's just not as good as he used to be. For some reason, I feel like he does little to promote these fighters anymore. The YouTubers are the only ones promoting it. The YouTubers are the only one like talking about these fighters that you need to watch out for. The YouTube channel that like these give out good fights. Like look at these. But if you're not gonna promote like the YouTube channel, the Jesus Christ, the YouTube channel or nothing, no one's gonna care. So I'm so confused why he's taking. I feel like they could do like UFC Eurasia. Look at this. They have way better fights than the natural UFC ones. They wait till the last. Some of them are good. It's just that some of them like bro like why it's still taking this long to get Kevin Lee versus in Barbozi. Like that's an amazing fight. If you watch the fight, like bro, like it's a good fight, but like we need to start promoting these fighters more. We need to start actually seeing them. Like we can't get one poster in like the state that they're gonna fight in. We need more ads that's not just UFC related. I don't want to see it. I don't want to just see a UFC promotion on a UFC video. I want to see a UFC promotion on every single video. I feel like that's gonna help more audiences bring in for UFC. Now, obviously, my opinion is not gonna matter to these people. But over time, we need people to like call out Dana White for this. This like a minute announcement that has no enthusiasm is just not gonna cut anymore. I'm sorry. I feel like that's like the bare minimum is to have at least a tone in your voice that sounds exciting for these fighters. But if you don't care about the announcement, why should I care? Realistically, like that's what I'm thinking. Like if your tone sounds like you don't even want these fighters to fight or announce them, why should I care? Like that's my thing. It's the tone that you're sending out to these people that's gonna matter to them. When I heard it, when I went on the live stream when he announced it, and then it cut off when probably right here cut off, and I was like, oh shit, like I think it might have just been I think he might have crashed. I was like, oh shit, I think he might have crashed. Maybe he might go on live again and then just say like the other fights, maybe a UFC pay per view card. Or another fight night card. But no, that was just too. I'm sorry, bro. Those aren't announcement worthy fights. I don't think Adesanya. I think Adesanya and Malvov didn't even get that. Especially the fight nights. They're just not promoting the fight nights at all. Literally, the only time they did a press conference, the last time they did a press conference for a fight night, was because Dominic Reyes versus what's the other guy's face name I forgot. It was an Australian guy or the Perth guy, and the only reason why they did it was because they just weren't selling enough. The whole point of that press conference was just for it was like a begathon. It was like Kai Cenat. They were just begging people to buy it. That was literally the only reason why they even did a press conference for it, was to tell people it's gonna be an amazing fight. Come buy it. That was really it. That's literally all they. I think that was a whole press conference. Obviously, it was like little, but I feel like they should do more press conferences, even in the Apex. I feel like bro, just you could just make the main event and co-main event like Darren Till, Leon Edwards, and Jorge, and I forgot the guy that Leon Edwards fought. But they just make those the co main event and the main event, just make them a press conference, and that's it. I feel like that's not that hard to do. I feel like that's the easiest shit to do. And just get the reporters. That's it. You don't need. They literally did it for Darren Till and Jorge Masvidal. They don't need the fans to be there. Obviously, it would be better for them, but just get the reporters. Just get the people, the main people that are asking the questions, and that's it. I feel like there could be way more exciting beefs that could happen instead of just the interviewer, just a little press pre pre fight conference where it's just a one on one against a reporter and then the fighter. I feel like it'll be more better. There might be more opportunities for exciting fights or exciting things that might happen on the press conferences on the Apex, or even just just do the same thing for the fight nights on a city like Seattle, like Adesanya versus Pyfer. You don't, if you really don't want to, you don't got to do a press conference with crowds, even though it's like it'll probably be more better. But you could still do the same thing of just doing a press conference inside the where they just normally talk to the fighter. Just make a longer table. Just get Joe Pyfer, Adesanya, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber. Just get those. Just get those four. Just the main four, the most exciting fighters, and just interview them. I don't know why it's so hard for UFC to think of this. I feel like it's like the easiest shit to think of. It's just it's and it doesn't cost that much more money. I feel like it shouldn't. I really don't think it should affect any like the UFC that much for them to not do it. But I don't know. I'm not the UFC. I'm not. Us fans are trying are always pleading for them. They still won't do face to face. They did it once for Holloway, and I don't know how they saw the memes with them. They saw the clips of them going viral between them, but they still haven't done anything since then. I'm pretty they could have done it with JDM versus Islam, but they never did it. It probably could have been amazing. Maybe not. My JDM would have just been like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stuff his takedowns and hit him on the feet. Like maybe not, but it still would have been exciting. They just need to start promoting more instead of these shitty fucking ESPN Instagram like memes or videos, bro. They're actually so terrible. Like at a certain point, they get annoying. Once memes start going into like Instagram, ESPN, that's how you know the meme has died. When they did the Drickus one died as soon as that one went. That, but even then, an Instagram channel cannot be the only promotion that you have with these fighters. I feel like it can't be that hard to think of. Like, why is the Instagram channel? Why is the Instagram page the only one promoting fights, but the YouTube channel, aren't even trying to promote fights? Or if you are, there's just little like 2 second clips. I do think the full fights are good enough, but at the same time, they're also like you can't post like for this week's Amanda Nunes fight. We're gonna release Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey on the post. I feel like that's also good to promote it. Obviously, it might not be a lot, but it's like you're just typing out what to expect of Amanda Nunes on a post. But I don't know for Dana White, he doesn't see this as a profit. I feel like I feel like I don't know. After a while, they just been money hungry. You could definitely tell too with some of the fights being made, like Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez too. That literally makes no fucking sense at all. I actually don't understand. I don't understand why that fight even got made. To this day, people are saying, which I think the logic is so stupid that the only reason why Diego Lopez is got the fight because he was more excited. He's a more exciting fighter. Lerone Murphy literally spin and elbowed Aaron Pico, who was a hyped up prospect from another promotion that people claimed that he was gonna lose. He was gonna that Lerone Murphy was gonna lose to, and he KO'd him stiff cold in the first round. Like what more can you do? What more can someone do to try to get a title fight? I'm not saying Diego Lopez fight wasn't impressive too, but he just didn't deserve it. He lost to Volkanovski the fight before, so why would and they're almost similar fights. Diego and Laura Murphy, they're fighting against someone that's hyped up, um, that have knockout power, that have a good rest. That they're both really good bottom and on the feet. So like I don't they're obviously they might not be like same fan favorites, but Gene Silva and Aaron Pico were like hyped up the same way basically, saying that they were gonna beat the next opponent and then they were probably gonna get the title shot after. Aaron Pico, I mean Lerone Murphy did it better. Like I'm sorry, he did. He didn't get almost fucking knocked out in the second round because it didn't go to the second round. He knocked him out in the first round and clipped him before that happened. I know Diego Lopez did really good in the first round on the ground game, but like after Gene Silva came back, he hit him a couple times in the first round, so it wasn't a full 10-8. And then in round two, he was losing against him. He if he didn't make that spinning elbow, he probably would have got TKO'd. So I don't know what more can someone like Lerone Murphy do more. If he literally like that was the best case scenario he could have done against someone to make a title shot, and yet they just still gave it to Diego Lopez, which doesn't make sense. I don't blame Diego Lopez. Obviously, if you're fucking Diego Lopez, you would take that title fight, but for the fans in the UFC, I don't know how that makes sense. But let's get on to the fight night. Rant aside, rant over. Finally, this I might do once the full fight night releases. I'll probably make a video, but this one's gonna be a little quick. Um, quick examination against these fighters. One's in the come up. Joe Pyfer, 15-3, just got the recent submission against Magomedov, which it was a good fight. He did decent against. I think it was the second round that he submitted him. The first round was it wasn't. He didn't do bad. He I think he just got taken down and laid on that first round, and then the second round, I think he stunned him and then uh submitted him. But in my opinion, I think Israel Adesanya, if he doesn't get clipped, which I think like as much as we hated him for his championship run, I think if he fights like that against somebody like Joe Pyfer, I think that's a good way to win, in my opinion, because he's not gonna get taken down. Um, where's 77% takedown defense, and it's not like Joe Pyfer's this crazy takedown artist, so that's definitely not gonna affect him in any type of way. He can obviously go the full 5 rounds, which Joe Pyfer only went with Kevin Gastelum, and then he lost to Jack Hermanson the later rounds. So Israel Adesanya has a huge advantage against him, and he fought better strikers with Alex Pereira, which he beat the second time, and then Sean Strickland he lost to, but like I'm just saying like those are better strikers in my opinion compared to Joe Pyfer. Like the only thing that would scare me as Israel Adesanya is just the knockout power. But I think which which I don't think I should be worried about since actually I am worried. The first 2 rounds are probably the most scariest because I'm pretty sure the second round is when he got knocked out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the second round. But even then, the first round, I'm pretty sure he won the first round. I think because Amava was trying to take him down, but he didn't, and then Israel Adesanya like striked him in the distance, so he was winning the first round, and then obviously the knockout came. But Israel Adesanya is not washed. Washed is someone who got completely outstruck and then got knocked down. I feel like it's a washed fighter from his prime. Israel, he just I feel like I got caught. You got dominated. I feel like that every time I'm trying to defend Israel Adesanya right now. But he did not. He's not washed. He's actually still like pretty decent. I think this is the first two rounds are going to be the scariest. But I think he comfortably. I think he wins all 5 rounds. I think it would be like a 50-45 just because Joe Pyfer is probably going to look for that one punch power, while Israel Adesanya is going to strike on the distance, leg kick, do his little 1-2. I haven't watched the fight. I haven't really watched the Izzy fight in a mad long. So I gotta damn. So I gotta watch his fights again. But he's definitely good enough against someone like Joe Pyfer. It's just that since Amavov is catching you, and I wouldn't think Amavov isn't really like a KO artist. Because the last KO was against Israel, and Brendan Allen he didn't KO, he didn't beat, and Kyle Braulio he didn't beat. So I'm worried about his chin. But I think Joe Pyfer, I'm pretty sure Joe Pyfer really swings. Like, you could tell when he's about to swing. So I think, and since Israel Adesanya is a faster fighter, I think he would definitely catch those more than a Mavov. And I think he's just way smarter. I feel like because how long he's been in the game, he's definitely a smarter fighter than Joe Pyfer. I think it's a big jump in competition. So I see Israel Adesanya winning a 50-45. Maybe he loses one round, but I highly doubt he's gonna get outstriked the whole. He's gonna be the one that's getting outstriked. I highly doubt that. But yeah, it's just a little quick video, guys. I know that I did that rant for like I don't know how long. Hopefully it's not more than 15 minutes. It's gonna be terrible editing. But yeah, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, guys. I'm gonna post this. This video is being recorded Wednesday, so hopefully I can edit this and then release it Thursday night. If not, then I'll just release it Friday night. So whatever those days are, I'll probably release. And then Saturday's video or Sunday's video is not gonna be MMA related. It's probably gonna be maybe music or game, and the game isn't gonna be MMA either. So just letting you know that, because my first video I did say that I didn't want to be just an MMA channel. Not that that's bad or anything. I don't care. It's just that I want to be more diverse with my videos. I think MMA I'm more passionate about, but I don't want to be just an MMA guy. I like talking about a lot of things. Obviously, UFC is I just said like the most passionate thing I got right now. But I do want to talk about games, music, NBA. I'm starting to get into. I'm a casual in NBA. Like, if you think I'm a casual in UFC, I'm definitely casual in NBA. But those are things I do want to talk about more often. So, the either the next video or the video after that is gonna be not MMA related. I'm still trying to think what the next video is. That's why it might not be MMA related the next. But definitely the next two videos, one of them isn't gonna be MMA related. So just a heads up with that, guys. Just in case you see the notification, it's like a completely different title, nothing to do with MMA. That's why I just don't want to do MMA, especially because a drought like this is kind of hard to do MMA fully. But now that it's coming back, it's gonna be way more easier to do it. But I do want to push different genres of video every every two videos in a week. So obviously 7 days. I want at least two of those videos to be different genres, and then it would be mostly MMA. But I do want to do different types of genres, like video games. Like I said, video games, music, other sports, or something like just in my daily life that I talk about. But yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I don't want to. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys. But yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Master of all things out.